Hello and welcome. This is Peter Beckenham, the Village Marketer, and in this particular session we're looking at targeting your LinkedIn profile. Yes, one of the most important things you need to do as far as generating leads and potential sales from LinkedIn is to make sure your profile really talks to your ideal clients. And to do this, you need to do some niching down. You need to target your profile so that it resonates with the potential leads that you're wanting to attract. It's not a quick process, I can tell you, and it'll take some time for some of you to get this really worked out, but it's truly worth the effort, so stick with it, okay? And remember, you can always edit it as you go along. And I'm going to help you and give you a quick way to do this in just a moment. You see, most people's profiles on LinkedIn are way too general, and what I'm trying to do is to get you to a point of being positioned as an expert. More importantly, to be perceived as an expert by your target audience right here on LinkedIn. And so a big part of that is figuring out who you can help and what you can do for them. And that's what we're going to look at right now. I want to add as well, it's also a clarity and a focused issue. Most people out there right now on LinkedIn do not have clarity and focus when it comes to their profile. They don't effectively communicate what they can do, but more importantly, what results they can bring to bear for people who work with them. And so that's what we're going to focus on right now. Because when you've got that clarity and focus of how you can help people and benefits you can bring to people, it will influence everything you say, everything you do, and it will make targeting you on LinkedIn so much easier. So why do we want to specialize or niche down in the first place? Well, based on research, a key point is this, that a specialist gets paid an average of 84% higher than a normal general person. And that's just very simply going from being a generalist to, say, a specialist in a particular thing. Just that simple transition from being a generalist to a specialist by being perceived as being a particular specialist in a particular area can effectively, almost automatically put your prices up, and you get paid on average 84% more. Now this is just an average based on multiple industries and multiple different tiers. But more importantly, does it make sense? Can you see now why it's so important to niche down, to be perceived as someone very special in a special market, not trying to be all things to all people? By the way, if you're offering different services to different markets, you can also do it with just one profile. But the way you would approach each of your target audience segments would be completely different. You're going to have a different conversation with each different type of potential client, right? And of course your messaging would also be different. So to be able to get the most out of the time that we spend prospecting on LinkedIn, here's how we're going to do this. Here's how we're going to get your profile absolutely targeted. To start with, I want you to figure out who you help, what you do, where you do it, and how you do it. And to help you figure that out, I want you to think of the best people or the best clients and customers that you've got right now, the ones that you're helping right now, and then pick the very best of them as your focus for future type leads in the future. I mean, you don't want to deal with all the rat bags you may have been dealing with in the past, right? So let's set your sights high. Also, you may need to think geographically if you want to service a specific geographical region. So you need to be able to communicate in a very simple, effective, and easily understood way who you help, what you do, and how you do it. This must be really clear on your profile because people will definitely check your profile. They surely will, okay? So you must treat your profile with a lead magnet type approach, okay? Another way to get your thinking right about your profile on LinkedIn is to think about this. If you could do one thing for one person that would keep you fascinated and motivated for the rest of your life, what would that be? Now truly give this some thought, really give this some serious thought, because what we're trying to do is to think of just one thing that is your biggest money maker and then find the one person that has those major pain points and match those two things together. Make sense? You see, most people are reluctant to niche down, and this is why I'm spending so much time on this. This is the foundation that's going to make everything else you do later so much easier. So let me ask you, if there's only one thing you could do for one type of person for the rest of your life and nothing else, what would it be? Let this help you figure out what your one thing is, and more importantly, what is the big result that you can deliver. In other words, instead of thinking about it in terms of what you do, focus rather on what you can deliver. What's the results that you can help others to achieve? All right? This is critical to you. Does that make sense? It's not just what you do, it's the results that you deliver that will be the thing that attracts people to you. The what you do is simply the mechanism or the way you go about getting the results for people. People aren't interested in the how to, they are much more fascinated and attracted by what you can achieve for them, the results you can achieve. Okay? So make this very, very clear. Take the time now to define exactly what you do and exactly who you do it for and the results that you can get for them. Now, if you're not sure who your best client is, then maybe come at it from the other end of the spectrum. I mean, think of the ones that you don't want to work with, okay? There are probably prospects and clients you've got right now that you wish you never had. So figure out how you can exclude them in the future. You certainly don't want to be attracting more leads on LinkedIn similar to them, right? In other words, you can include people who you do it for, and you can also exclude people, specific types of people, if you don't want them. I mean, for example, for me, I exclude large corporations because my focus, my passion is for solopreneurs and small business people. So I select out large businesses and corporations. I do not want to have them in my target audience. Does that make sense? I mean, the key message is this. Don't fall into the trap of trying to help everybody. In all honesty, not everyone can be helped anyway, right? Now, as we talk to one person at a time, I want to give you a quick way, as I promised, to get your profile targeted. And by the way, we can summarize this into a short statement, and we want to do this because this is going to help us with the attraction part later on. I mean, another way of thinking about this, and sometimes referred to as your personalized introduction, or your elevator pitch, or your tagline, or your value statement. I mean, it's got lots of different names. And if you need more help in getting this done, then actually download the PDF. It's called Your Elevator Pitch, and you'll find the download underneath this video. You see, what we're doing is a very easy way to create a tagline that will follow you everywhere on LinkedIn. You can see my tagline there for LinkedIn there, and wherever I go, whatever comment I leave on LinkedIn or whatever it may be, that tagline goes with me and my picture. So it's critical that you get your picture right, okay? Front facing and clear, not with any cats and dogs around you, and have your tagline clear as well, because they're going to follow you everywhere you go on LinkedIn. And whenever people check you out, that's the very first thing they're going to see. That's how important it is. So here is the simple formula. I help ideal client do or get a desired result with or from your offer, your service, your products, whatever it may be, so that the desired future. Let me give you an example. I help women over 40 who gain weight around their hips and thighs when they had kids lose up to 9 kilograms of fat in 87 days. Now that's very, very specific, right? Here's another one. I help brand new mothers get back in shape with healthy eating habits so they can feel sexy again. Or another one. I help consultants get more leads from LinkedIn so that you can have a consistent flow of clients. Now it's your turn. You get that tagline of yours completed as soon as you can, all right? It's so important for your leads and sales generating efforts later on that you get your profile totally client facing. And targeting your profile is a truly key part of this. So now you know the how and the why of targeting your profile. And make sure you download the PDF called LinkedIn Profile Summary Template as well. This will help you complete your leads attracting profile. All right? See you in the next session.